Hey fam, I'm out here digging deep for that little girl who used to like to come outside and play and run and rip and has so much energy. Ooh, I need a little bit of her because things are different at 54. Menopause is a very exhausting phase to go through. Not to mention it comes with so much fatty tissues being deposited in the belly area. And so it's a little harder to defeat the fat. I'm not making any excuses. I have to do my part, and I'm always falling off. So I'm getting back on right now. So I'm out here trying to, dig deep for that little girl again because I need her energy, her discipline. Matter of fact, it's not even discipline. You just desire to run and rip when you're a child. So I put these little tiny pony puffs in because I'm like, come on, baby Kenya, little Kenya, come on. Come out. Anyway, family, I just want to talk about the truth, right? The truth hurts us so much. You know why? Well, I'm not speaking for myself because I've learned some years ago to deal with the truth because it's the only thing that helps me get on track, right? So I desire to get on track, and I'm not perfect. I fail a lot and I fall off and I get distracted, and I'm human, I'm flesh. I'm not making any excuses though. Because we're fleshy and we're so accustomed to poor habits, they're so easy to fall back into, right? So I don't mind hearing the truth. I listen to the minister of wellness because he gives me a little kick in my butt and I crack up because the things that he says, I take it to heart. But he's funny and he is straight and direct and he's a little rough. So a lot of people don't want to hear the truth in that way. And I'm trying to figure out, we're all not the same. So don't get me wrong. I'm not saying that you have to be like me. I'm not the epitome of greatness or nothing like that. I'm just who I am. But a lot of times we reject the truth because it's hitting a sore spot. Come on, y'all, confess it. It's hitting a sore spot where we know we're weak at, and it bothers us because we don't want to change. Think about it. If somebody tell you the truth about yourself and it's a fault that you have or it's problematic, why don't you want to hear it? Why? Why not? A lot of us just want to stay stuck in a rut, and I guess the habits that the habits that we feed are the hardest things to get rid of. And I was thinking about something my younger daughter, Nakira, said. She was saying to me in her marriage with her husband, it was certain things that she's considering as they continue in their marriage. And it was really sensible. And I was like, wow, that was a bomb right there, girl. What she said to me is that we expect so much from our spouses. We expect them to not fail us and to keep their promises to us when we fail ourselves and we break promises to ourselves. But we want all of this great energy from our spouses that we don't give ourselves. So basically we're neglecting ourselves. I said, girl, that was deep. That was deep, seriously. And what I wanted to talk about it again. I think I mentioned it in another video, but I wanted to bring it up again because it's so important. We disappoint ourselves on a daily basis. Last year, after my husband had his accident and got hurt, I don't cry about stuff. I don't get depressed. I don't get in a bad headspace because thank God I'm beyond that now. And I have this level of peace that is, heaven on earth for me right now, right? But I have this attachment to food. I enjoy delighting my taste buds, right? And this is a habit that I have created since I was a little girl. So this is a lifelong habit. In love with sugar, in love with salt. And just in case you guys don't know that, they're both addicting. They are the heroin and cocaine of foods. And they're both killing us, right? And even though I have this knowledge, I keep falling back into the same mode. And it's been the most difficult thing for me to not battle, but what's the word I'm looking for? To defeat. It's been the biggest thing for me to defeat, right? And I'm not going to feel whole. I don't want to leave this earth without accomplishing getting my body in the best shape that it's been in since I was a teenager or in my early 20s. I'm so looking forward to that day. And so right now I'm in a headspace where I'm not beating myself up. I'm like, girl, you know what you could have been looking like by now if you had kept up that regimen? Because I was on my way. But when he got hurt and I had to take care of him, I started taking care of myself a little less. And then my daughter moved in and she was cooking delicious foods and cooking meat and stuff. I had stopped eating all that stuff. I was doing well. I lost almost 30 pounds. I was feeling better. I looked better. I was able to bend down and polish my toenails without my big gut in my way, even though I still had some of that to lose. But it was more comfortable to bend down and touch my toes and clip my toenails and things like that, right? And so I'm like, wow. And what's crazy is I want to make this confession to you because I want to show you that I make a lot of videos and I share wisdom. These bits of wisdom came about through my mistakes. And so I don't like for people to feel as though I'm talking down to you or that I think I'm above you, because that is so not my nature. That is not who I am. I like to be honest about our faults, and not just yours, ours. And I always say we and us, because we're in this thing together. We're all in the same crazy boat. Trying to keep afloat in the same crazy boat, right? And so I like to share because I know somebody out there is thinking the same thing. I keep trying to lose weight and I keep failing and I gain it back and I lose and I gain. And that's not healthy either, because that's a lot on our heart to keep losing and gaining. That is not healthy. And I listened to the minister of wellness and I followed his instruction, and that weight came off so quickly, family. And I'm not going to blame my daughter, because we have to take responsibility for ourselves, no matter what environment we're in, no matter who's around and what they're doing. We have to say, I'm going to remain disciplined and I'm going to stick to what I promised myself. Now, yesterday morning when I got up, because I told you guys that I was into this new regimen. When I get up, I have my prayer and praise, right? I study my Bible and I do some stretches and get my body flowing, the blood flow. And I have a bottle of water, 16 ounces of water. And so I've been sticking with that. Now, in my prayer, I praise the Lord a lot, right? I still have a bad habit of not asking him for much. And I'm working on that. I need to really work on that. I feel like he's blessed me with so much, and that I have the power within me to do whatever I want to do. And so I neglect to ask him for strength and direction sometimes. Sometimes I just want to do things on my own when his help is available. So I'm weird like that. I've always been pretty independent and stubborn in that regard. And I'm working on that because I like to help other people. And I ain't too good about asking for help, even with my own God. And that's so weird about me. I'm working on that, fam, because it's not a good thing. And I pray the Lord's Prayer every day. And I'm going to tell you the part that I feel guilty when I use those, I say those words. Why am I fumbling? When I recite the Lord's Prayer, when it says, lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. I kid you not, every time I recite those two lines, I feel a sense of guilt about the way I'm eating. Deliver us from evil, and help us not to be tempted. But yet, I was allowing myself to indulge my taste buds. And then I just got into I went into a downward spiral with it, family. And I was like, what is going on? But we wrestle not against flesh and blood. And so that's why I wanted to share this video with you today, to share my experience. So that's what my whole YouTube page is about. I'm sharing my experiences with you and the wisdom that I've gained going through some bad stages in my life, the learning process, the journey. And I'm sharing these things with you. I'm sharing what I see. I'm sharing what I witness. I'm sharing what I experience with you guys. So it's a demon. Now, the world calls it parasites, because parasites do exist, but we're feeding the demon. There are demons in the earth. I don't want to go too deep because I'm not a teacher, but there are demons and they find host. So if you love sex, you're going to get a demon of sex, the lust inside of you. Now, I know y'all heard about that, because we always say when you have so many partners, you better be careful, because demons travel from partner to partner. The demons are not just fulfilling their lust through sex. They're fulfilling their lust through food. And so, Yesterday, when I had my prayer time with the Lord, I repented that I'm not taking the best care of my temple. I'm destroying my temple. If everything that I put in my temple is not to build it and benefit it, then I'm doing something to destroy it. So I had to repent. And I told the Lord that I know it's up to me, because you gave me the strength and the will. I could do all things through Christ, right? And so I know this, but I'm not doing it. Why? Because I desired more to feed my lust than to fulfill the promise of the Lord to give myself and be of service to him. And I had to admit that to myself. I had to admit it to myself. I didn't cry. I used to be such a crybaby. I would cry and be so hurt. Our tears matter to the Lord, but they don't matter when we cry and we get up and repeat the same bad habits. Understand what I'm saying? It's just like a parent. When your child is always doing the same thing over and over and they cry and they say, "Mommy, I'm sorry, I'm so sorry." And you know darn well they're going to go do the same thing over again. Those tears become crocodile tears to you and they don't matter. So I don't desire to shed a tear, but I'm trying to discover what it is within me that is having the hardest time with overcoming. That's the word I needed to look. That's the word I was looking for before. Overcoming. I get so tongue-tied sometimes. I speak like that in real life though, y'all. Sometimes I fumble. I used to talk so fast when I was younger, so I'm learning how to think before I speak. But sometimes I just fumble. That's just how I do. All right? So y'all just excuse me and accept me for who I is. Anyway, I'm like having the hardest time overcoming in this area. Yet I have this strong desire to make it happen, right? Because I understand that I could get sick. Heart attack, high blood pressure, diabetes is just around the corner. When you're overweight and you're eating poorly, you're not far from that. Damaging your organs, tainting your blood, the toxins from all these foods. Now, I'm the type that look at get it together, girl. The ingredients, because my husband had me doing that for years. I've even gone back to eating some of the food that have bad ingredients in it. That's how that demon overtook me. Well, I fed it. I'm not going to give it myself no excuse. I fed that demon. So yesterday during my prayer, I told that demon he got to go and find him another host. Go somewhere else. Go into a pig or something. Leave me alone. Because I'm done feeding it. I'm done feeding it. And until our mind is made up about something, we're not going to even begin to change, right? And until we have some type of discipline and structure and not allow ourselves any excuses to fall off, we're not going to stick with it and we're not going to ever accomplish our goals. And I don't want to do that. I want to keep my promise to me. As my daughter said, we expect so much from our spouses that we don't even give ourselves. That's crazy. I want to be more attractive to my honey bear. Yes, I do. I want to look into the mirror and say, wow, you did that, girl. You did it. And so this is day 3 for me, so it's very early on. So I want to encourage whomever you are that's maybe watching me, who has had the same battle, the same struggle. And we're all going to get through it in different ways because we're different. But it's definitely going to take a decision, first of all, a decision, right? To say, this is it. I have to stop that. Go to your mirror naked. Look at yourself. Look at yourself. See yourself, not for what you're used to seeing and go, this is my body. I'm beautiful as I am. Live from the pits of hell. Live from the pits of hell. Having fats and folds and wrinkles and dimples all over the place is not beautiful. And that is not the body that the Father God gave us. We did that. We did that to our temple. I had a nice athletic body back in the day. It was nice and tight naturally too. Well, I can say naturally because I ran and ripped and walked. As a teenager, we walked everywhere. We used to keep our car fare and just walk. Even though we ate junk, chips and candy and all that, those bad habits followed me, right? And I started them when I was young. Big donuts with sugar all over them and jelly in the middle. Oh my God, that was my favorite. When my dad took us to the corner store, oh, Daddy, can I get a jelly donut? So I have been in love and addicted to sugar for years. So it was a great feat for me when I did not have any of that for 8 months. That was a great accomplishment for me. So I'm going to look at that as my springboard, and I'm going to continue on. And I'm going to make this thing work this time. And I'm confessing this in front of y'all because I want to give myself a challenge so that as the months pass and you guys don't see anything coming off and you be like, that girl still look the same. What's she doing? She ain't doing nothing. I want to be held accountable. I don't mind truth. I don't have a problem with truth at all. It's for our benefit. It's for our growth. Now, you don't have to walk up to me and go, girl, you look disgusting and sloppy. You look like pig. Now, come on. Now I'm going to get insulted. I'm going to feel away. But if you say, girl, you really need to slow down. You want your health to be better, don't you, girl? And you look so much nicer when your face is slimmer because the cheekbones be popping. You know, you see a little bone somewhere. See the bone somewhere. The fat is covering up the beauty. Because we do look better when we're slender. Our faces is more defined. Our bodies are more defined. And for people to say that you're fat shaming, I don't like that. Minister of Wellness said it. It's a shame to be fat because it's unhealthy. Am I saying that everybody who's overweight is sick? No, but they will be. Because carrying that extra weight as you get older, it's going to do something to you. You're not going to be heavy and be healthy. It's just not sensible. And don't get upset. Fix yourself because you have the power to do it. We just have to fight, family. We have to fight for our health. It is so important. With all these sicknesses that's coming upon the earth, monkeypox, this, that. If your body is strengthened and your immunity is built up, if you happen to get these things, it will affect you less. It will affect you less because your health is up to par. But the damage that we have caused ourselves over the years since we were children, we have a lot of fixing to do. And we need to get started, family. So come on. And if you are feeding your children stuff that is not going to help them in the future, because you know this is how you started out as a child, eating these things, fried foods and all these french fries and ketchup and hot dogs, and when I just think about it, I feel so bad that we were not taught better. A lot of us had little money, so the least expensive foods were always the worst foods to eat, and so that's what we purchased, right? And we fed these things to our children, little finger foods, chicken nuggets and pizza and all the garbage that's going to put them well on the way to having this one day. And just because you're slim, because some of us have these awesome body types where our metabolism just burn off everything, still doesn't mean you're healthy. If you're eating poorly, you are unhealthy. You still can get sick. I know skinny people who are on medications. So it doesn't matter your size. It matters how we feed our temple and how we take care of our temple, family. So let's do better. Let's do it together. You don't have to let me know you're doing it, but work out every day. Do something or walk. Because I know some of us don't like strenuous workouts. I do, whether you believe it or not. It don't look like it, but I do. I do jumping jacks and squats and all kind of stuff. I have an Achilles issue, so sometimes my Achilles get sore, but even with that, once I get started, I'm out there doing my thing. And I have to do that to lose weight because for whatever reason, I have a hard time dropping weight. But if I follow the regimen of no sugar and no salt, it comes off faster. I realized that when I listen to the Minister of Wellness. Look for him. He's on YouTube, IG, Patreon. He's all over the place. He hits hard. So if you're overly sensitive, you need to get over it because we need a push. Don't you want somebody to push you? Sometimes we need that. I know I do. And there's a lot of things that I can confidently do by myself because I'm that kind of person. But when it comes to this, I need some help, apparently. Apparently, I need help. And so I receive the help. And I don't care what form it comes in. I want to be somebody to talk to me like a drill sergeant. That would be my ultimate goal, to go to like a place where they just concentrate on your health and they wake you up and you run and they prepare your meals and you just stay there for like a month. I would love that. I would love to do that. That's very expensive though. And I'm needed in my home right now, so I can't really disappear for a whole month. But I'm telling you, that would be a wonderful thing for me if I could get that. But I have to do what I can at home. And I have to start with my mindset. When I get up in the morning, I talk to the Lord, I have to ask Him, remind me of how important it is to put in good things and help me to shun my taste buds. Because this tongue gets us in trouble in many ways. Talking too much, saying things we shouldn't say, and eating things we shouldn't eat. This mouth right here can cause a whole lot of trouble. And so, I want to do better, family. This is my desire. This is what I'm going to be focusing on the most in my life, because I just don't want to be sick. First of all, I don't like pain. Praise the Lord, I'm not I do have my Achilles issue. And to be honest with you, since I started eating turkey wings and chicken and stuff again, my knees are hurting again. I know for a fact when I wasn't eating this stuff, my body overall felt great. I felt great, family. And so to go back to that, yeah, it was fun for my taste buds. My taste buds are like, yeah, woohoo. But my body is like, no, girl, no. Not in this day and age. With what they're doing to the meats and the things that they're putting in it, it's affecting us. I feel it. I feel the effects of it. And I'm going to tell you, even mucus. Like, I don't eat dairy products, though, mind you. But meat can cause mucus, too. That's why I don't understand this keto diet. It might work to get the pounds off, but overall, it's not healthy for you, because these meats and stuff have all kind of hormones, steroids, toxins, and the stuff that they're feeding these animals and the things that they're doing to them. We don't need to be consuming this stuff anymore, family. It's a fact. And I know we love it. We don't want to get rid of it, take it out of our diets. Even fish. People say, oh, fish is good for you. But the waters are poisoned, family. They're poisoned. And I just had fish the other day. Yes, I did. I'm still battling, too. I don't want you guys to think, oh, she must have it all together, blah, blah, blah. Ain't no such thing. I am still working on me. I am a work in progress. But I don't want to remain a work in progress. I want success. I want success, family. So I just needed to share this with you all because I wanted some accountability. I'm going to say this stuff and put myself out there. And so that in a few months from now, they can say, girl, you looking fantastic. Or if I didn't keep it up, girl, what happened? What happened, Lady Missy? How you done fell off again? What happened? All that talk. Because it's easier said than done. But trust and believe, I'm just tired of failing. I want to succeed in this area because I'm doing pretty good in other areas of my life. There's some things I need to work on in other areas too. But I've grown in certain areas. And then there are other areas that I have to accomplish those goals in those areas. So my health, without my health, I'm nothing. I would be sick. And you're tired, literally. You don't have no energy to do anything. But when you're feeling like that, those are the days that you really need to get up and force yourself. Let your brain rule you. Your brain is telling you, you need to get up. Your body is like, nah. Your brain is like, yeah, get up. Your heart is like, I need some exercise. I need exercise. Please get up and move. So listen to your brain. Let your conscience be your guide. I don't know what's going on over there. All right, family. I got to get back up because I done did 35 minutes. I got to do another 30. I'm going back. I'm going to do a little more jumping jacks. I'll be making up stuff. I'll be out here. I come to this section like after I walk. It's so beautiful out here. I come under this little shelter because sometimes it's like the sun is really extreme. So I just kind of rest. But when I come under here, I'm doing jumping jacks and this, that, and the other. And sometimes I'll go over here to the grass and I'll do some grounding, take off my shoes, and I'll do exercise while I'm in the grass, like squats and stuff like that. I'm a little sore from yesterday, so I don't want to overdo it because I want to make sure I get out every day. And so yesterday I did a lot of weights, and you know how you get on this bench and you do those pull-ups and dips and stuff. I did all of that. I tried to do it just now, and I'm like, oh, I feel all the tenderness in my arm. So I was like, okay, I don't want to overdo it, because in the beginning you're going to be sore when you're going all out, And that's another thing with me. I'm an all or nothing kind of girl, and I really want balance. I want balance so badly. So it's like when you first make up your mind to do something, you so gung ho and you do too much, then you fall off. I don't want to do that. I want balance. I want to make sure I get out every day. Some people say you don't have to exercise every day. For me, I do. I need to, because it's going to jump start the weight loss process for me. At my age and going through menopause, it's a little harder to get the weight off. Some people can diet, eat well, and just drop it off. I can too, because I witnessed that when I followed the Minister of Wellness. I witnessed that, but it would be so much faster if I moved. You know what I'm saying? So I'm getting on track, people. I'm tired of just talking. Yak, 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 yak. We do that so much, don't we? Yak, yak, yak. I want to do this. I want to do that. And don't accomplish a thing. Join me in fulfilling our goals. Okay, family? Let's do this. Let's get ourselves healthy and let's make it a lifestyle. Let's not call it a diet. It's a lifestyle commitment, because that's what it is. Choose better foods. You will feel so much better. And it's a fact, because I know for a fact I felt so much better. I wasn't even getting, you know how you get madder in your eye? I'm being nasty now, huh? I wasn't getting any of that. I kid you not. None of that. I was like, oh, nothing. Rarely any mucus and stuff like that. Nothing. Yeah, and no pain. I was feeling at my best. And then I just fell off. And so I'm trying to do this again, y'all. I'm going to do this. Ain't no trying, girl. It is done. It is done. It is so. Amen. Peace, love, and blessings, fam. It's trying to rain on me. I meant to bring my umbrella because I was like, I ain't letting no rain stop me. So I'm going to go to the car, get my umbrella, and finish my next 30 minutes. All right, fam. I'm going to have to run because it's starting to rain. I'm going to run literally till I can't take no more. All right, y'all. Get up, get out, do something. Make a promise to yourself and keep it, all right? Otherwise, don't expect other people to keep no promises to you when you break your promises to yourself. Peace, love, and blessings, family.